Now we have types of adsorption. As we have already done, we have physical adsorption, we have chemical adsorption. Now we are just going to sum up their features, right? So when we talk of physiosorption, what we get to see that there is a lack of specificity. There is lack of specificity. That means there is no such kind of specific issue. Any substance can stick to any substance. That because they are going to held by weak van der Waals force. So that means specificity is not necessary. But when we talk of chemiosorption, there is the specificity necessary because there has to be a bond formation, and we know that the certain kind of substances form bond with these certain given substances. Like the iron can absorb oxygen, moist air, but the gold cannot, right? So in that way, like wherever the chemical bond is going to be formed, so there the specificity is needed, right? So that means their physiosorption lacks specificity, but chemiosorption is highly specific, that what is going to be the adsorbent or what is going to be adsorbate. Second, it is a reversible process. As I showed you that when the gas particles get adhered to the charcoal, by simply heating it, you can just separate the adsorbent and from the adsorbate. But like that you cannot do in case of chemiosorption because that leads to the strong bond formation. So when there is a bond formation, how the heating can just remove the bond? So it can't, right? So that means it is a irreversible process. Like we have a rusting of iron. So can you just by heating it or by putting in water or by applying pressure, can you remove rust from the iron article? No, we cannot, right? So that means it is an irreversible process because that leads to the formation of bond. Third is, we talk about delta H. As I told you that the force is a weak van der Waals force. That means the attraction is not much stronger. So that means there is a definitely decrease in energy, but decrease in energy is very less, and at the rate of just minus 40 kilojoules per mole. So that means it is mild exothermic. But here a huge attraction is going to take place. So that means it will release more amount of energy, and this is going to be in highly exothermic reaction. Now, what temperature favors this physiosorption? Obviously low temperature, because it is not that much exothermic, it is just mild exothermic. So that means only the low temperature can make this physiosorption occur. But when we talk of this, we know that for the bond formation, the reactants must collide with each other, and for that they should possess the minimum energy corresponding to activation energy. So that activation energy is provided by supplying the high temperature. So high temperature favors chemiosorption, but low temperature favors the physiosorption. And like when we talk of physiosorption and chemiosorption, you have to be very clear that as the adsorption is a surface phenomena, so that means more is the surface area, more adsorption is going to take place, whether we are talking of the physiosorption or whether we are talking of the chemiosorption. And the last but not the least is that when we talk of physiosorption, no activation energy is required, because there I told you there is no such bond formation. They are just going to adhere with a weak van der Waals force. But here the bond formation is going to take place. So they need certain amount of activation energy in order to cross the energy barrier or in order to make the collisions more effective. So this is what we have, the physiosorption and chemiosorption. If somebody is going to ask you to differentiate, so just sum up like this and also state with an example. As you already know many examples now, like the water droplets present on the leaves of the plant is again a physiosorption because not chemically combined, right? And likewise the gases stick to the charcoal is again a physiosorption. Rusting of iron is a chemiosorption. So likewise, just some few examples for yourself, because when you will state with an example, you will be able to express answer in a better way, right? So this is what we have, the difference between the physiosorption and the chemiosorption.